I think it says three things. One, it's another example of the really unprecedented military alliance between the United States and Israel. We're not going to let our ally fight alone in the Middle East while it's encircled by a ring of fire. Number two, this complements the tighter sanctions that President Biden has recently announced on Iranian oil exports. We want to hit Iran both defensively in terms of its ability to respond against any Israeli attacks, but also economically. And then finally, and potentially most importantly, Mike, it's another opportunity for Prime Minister Netanyahu to articulate and then execute a strategy that makes Israel safer and makes the Middle East more peaceful in the long run. That is to say, get the hostages home from Gaza and marginalize Hamas by having Palestinian-led reconstruction in Gaza, helping the Lebanese army clear out Hezbollah and create a buffer zone in the north, and then marginalize Iran's hardliners and uplift its moderate middle class while wedging it from China. These are the imperatives strategically that need to be paired with Israel's recent tactical successes.
Let me ask you a question I guess some folks on the couch may be asking right now. Do you worry about this dragging the U.S. into a broader conflict in the Middle East?
Whenever there are U.S. troops in the Middle East, I'm always concerned. As an American, as a former Marine officer who knows how dangerous that neighborhood is, the United States needs to maintain a military and security umbrella in the Middle East because it's a volatile and violent region, and we have interests and allies there. We have deployed our aircraft carrier strike groups to the Eastern Mediterranean. We have U.S. troops in Syria and Iraq. And yes, we're going to position U.S. Anti-missile batteries and U.S. troops in Israel when necessary to defend our ally. But certainly no one is looking for another regional conflagration like George W. Bush started in 2003. We want the Abraham Accords to be strengthened and expanded so that we have an insurance policy in the Middle East against further war and can fully pivot to the Indo-Pacific, where our near peer, China, is really the pacing adversary of the 21st century.